So guys, it's very important to understand what weapons the enemy is using in order to counter the potential that they have attacking you, okay? So we went all the way to Dallas, Texas to do that.
Why do terrorist groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Iranian sponsors prefer the AK-47, the notorious Kalashnikov rifle? And what does this tell us about the threats that Israel faces today? Today on My State, we'll explore the weapons, the significance, the shadow of Iranian influence, and even share a surprising personal experience from the Texas gun range. Before we dive in, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you'll never miss an episode of My State. I'm Yair Pinto, and this is My State, a program about current events, my belief in God, and my journey in the Holy Land. The AK-47, or as we call it in Hebrew, the Kalashnikov, is the weapon of choice for terrorist organizations like Hamas and Hezbollah. This Soviet-designed assault rifle was created for reliability under harsh conditions. It's easy to use and mass-produced. But what makes it so dangerous isn't just its durability, it's the simplicity that allows even untrained fighters to use it effectively. In Israel, we've seen this weapon time and again in the hands of terrorist organizations, whether smuggled through Gaza through tunnels or supplied directly by Iran to Hezbollah operatives on our northern border. Just last week, an AK-47 and live ammunition was seized in a police raid in Or Akiva. This is an Israeli city near Haifa, potentially preventing a shooting terrorist attack against Israelis. Meanwhile, Hezbollah fighters in southern Lebanon are patrolling with AK-47s as they escalate threats against Israeli soldiers. If you're finding this fascinating and want to support us, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Every like and share helps us spread the truth about what is happening in Israel. Iran's role in the story is crucial. The Islamic regime is not only a major supplier of AK-47s, but has also developed its own variants, smuggling them into Gaza, Yemen, and Lebanon. This supports their broad strategy of equipping proxy forces to destabilize the region. What's even more concerning is the ability to manufacture these weapons locally. Terror groups in Gaza have adapted AK-47 designs to create their own versions using minimal resources. The manufacturing capability, fueled by Iranian smuggling networks, means that the AK-47 is not just a weapon, it's a tool of sustained terror. But what it's like to actually fire an AK-47? Mati and I recently had the chance to visit a gun range in Texas, where we tested the weapon for ourselves. Why did we do this? Because understanding what we're up against is part of our mission. The experience was eye-opening. The power, the simplicity. It's easy to see why this weapon is so appealing to terrorist groups. We're on our way to shoot some guns.
To be real cowboys.
In Texas. So stay tuned. So we had the option of going to a spa day, which Mati really wanted. Not just kidding. But we chose to shoot some guns.
I am very excited. Let's see what Texas has to offer.
Okay, we're gonna go. Very excited.
We'll each get 3 boxes of ammo, which will be a lot. And
do we get earplugs too?
hopefully we'll get, yeah, of course you'll get earplugs. And someone asked for a cowboy hat. I don't know if we're going to do cowboy hats.
Me, I asked.
Or our very own Monty Shoshani and Yair Pinto. These guys are expert shooters, so not only will you have people there that'll help you, these guys can probably give you some tips as well.
Well, thanks.
No pressure.
Basic rule is don't shoot yourself in the leg. After that, it's all good, you know. So we are definitely in Texas, guys. Look at the amount of the guns that are all around us. So we're gonna see and learn how the Texans really do it, how the Cowboys are shooting guns. And the cool thing is we're gonna shoot a bunch of them, so it's gonna be very interesting. Very different than, shooting guns in a war, shooting them here in a safe environment in a gun range. But it's also good training, a good opportunity to learn about different cultures. Mati, what are you feeling, Mati?
Apparently lunch comes with a gun range in the US. Very different than in Israel. We need to pick from a very, very elaborate menu of what we're actually going to eat.
Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
So, do we have anybody that's never shot a handgun? A couple of y'all? Okay. Biggest thing to remember, when you grab the gun, keep your finger off that trigger until you bring the gun up. Once you're on target, I don't care if your finger's on there. Just do not have your finger on there until you are up on the target. With that being said, always keep the gun pointed towards the target, which is that paper target that's down there. As long as you keep your finger off the trigger, it won't go off. And then if you keep it pointed towards the target, if you do make a boo-boo, it's downrange safe. I have some Glocks, Smith & Wesson, Canics, Walthers. I got different brands across the board. For your 45s, you have a SIG 320 and 45. And then we have a 6-hour 1911 out there for the 45s. On our pistol lanes, we do allow certain rifles. We allow basically 7.62 and below. So AKs and below, we do allow those on our pistol lanes to shoot.
I want to do with the AK-47 to see what the enemy is using.
I don't remember. I think we got an AK from Ramp. I have to look.
Okay, so we're going to shoot now. So I'm really curious if they're gonna let us shoot some AK-47s because that's what Hezbollah is using, and we want to see how it feels like to shoot these guns that our enemies are using. So that will be very interesting. I'm shooting AK.
I too am shooting an AK. Let's do this.
So kind of squeeze everybody.
Guys, we came all the way to Texas in the United States to understand this is the place that knows guns better than anywhere in the world. Try some American, some Russian-made guns, some pistols, and rifles today. What weapons are you using?
I'm using 10 different kinds of handguns.
Yeah?
Everything here is
And
9
an AK today.
AK-47, the
Only in
legendary.
the US can you say, can we also fire an AK? And the answer is yes. My first time firing a 45. Let's see what a kick.
Good. This is my wife's gun. Hey, she has the same.
Very nice.
This is the nicest trigger I've ever felt in my life, like butter. Smith & Wesson, equalize. So guys, this is the AK-47. Mati, are you excited to try and use the weapons that the terrorists use?
Here are my two ladies right there.
Walk off! Standing in Texas, holding a weapon that symbolizes so much chaos and conflict, reminded me of how critical it is to counter this threat with precision and professionalism. And speaking of understanding and precision, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you'll never miss another episode of My State or Boots on the Ground in Our Neighborhood or TBN Israel, the podcast. In Israel, we rely on weapons like the M16 and the Tavor, which emphasize accuracy, control, and accountability. While the AK-47 symbolizes the chaos of insurgency, our weapons represent the discipline of a modern army defending its people. But the fight isn't just about weapons. It's about values, standing for life, for freedom, and peace in the face of those who seek destruction. Thank you for joining me on My State. If you found this episode informative, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Help us tell the truth about Israel and the incredible resilience of its people. Together, let's pray for peace, for the safety of our soldiers, and for the innocent lives caught in the crossfire. I'm Yair Pinto, and this has been another episode of My State. See you next time.